Source Podcast. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Thickest Source Podcast. This is episode 99. Ew. 99. Those who watch Brooklyn Nine-Nine, y'all will know. 99.
If you know, you know.
But yeah, it's episode 99, and it's my episode. I am your host, Melissa, and we have the lovelies.
Molly. Michelle.
Anna.
And yeah. Today I hate saying like today we're gonna talk about I hate saying that.
We're
but
gonna talk about mothers. That's what Anna said the previous episode.
But I kind of been struggling. Y'all know me. I'm struggling. I cry.
Struggle bus. Hashtag Melissa's crying on the internet again.
But no, I don't think I'm gonna cry this episode. I'm pretty sure I'm not going to. But
she just did the Shrek face to me. She did this face.
But yeah, what came up to my mind recently is sorry, hey y'all.
How would you react? Because she went like this to me. How am I supposed to not react to that? The angle. I wish I would have just took a picture of it.
Mental picture, click.
I hate y'all so much.
It's okay.
I'm sorry.
I'll cry with you.
It's just funny because I thought of doing that because one, it's funny, and two, I knew that she loves Shrek, so that's why I did it. Okay, sorry.
Okay,
continue.
Sorry. But no, I will not be crying this episode. But it's kind of related to my past episodes. But like again, recently I kind of been going through like a whole metamorphosis of myself.
She's shedding her nasty skin off.
Yeah, and so I thought mentally, I've been working on myself mentally, but not like physically, kind of thing. And so I kind of had to like dig deep within myself and like find out like what's blocking me physically or mentally to work on my physical self. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
And so yeah, like I had to be kind of honest with myself because again, ever since we started this podcast 3 years ago, it would always be like losing weight is my New Year's goal, yada yada yada, you know.
That's me.
But like it doesnn't happen.
Yeah.
You take so many before pictures that it's just pictures of you getting bigger and bigger. And so yeah, so I finally sat down with myself and I thought about it and I was like, I think I kind of just want to I think mentally I'm at a good space mentally now where I kind of want to take that deeper dive into loving myself and try to be the best for myself kind of thing and not really do it for any other person or any other reason. So I had to dig deep with myself. And so I asked myself, I'm like, Melissa, be honest with yourself. Why do you want to lose weight? What's your big why, as people say, And so I thought about it and I was like, it sounds kind of shallow, but I want to look good.
That's not shallow.
Yeah, I was like, I kind of just want to look good. I want to look attractive. I mean, like, I'm not saying like I'm ugly, but like I just want to be more attractive and more confident.
You want what's inside to reflect the outside.
Yes. And so my mindset was like, oh, that's selfish or that's very shallow of you. And then I thought about it. I was like, no, that's not shallow of me at all. you know, to want to look my best and feel my best, you know, because again, now that with my new job, it's like a doctorate program, and so everybody that I see, everybody that's in this program, they're like fit, okay, like they are, what's the word? I don't know what the word is, but they're fit. Okay, they're athletic. You know, they
fit their job description.
Yeah, you know, so like when I go to work, I'm just kind of like, damn, and I'm like, I'm not trying to compare myself to them, but it's very like eye-opening when you're in a place that like thinks differently and is, what's the word called? Just the organization is just different, and you kind of want to be a part of that organization.
Yeah.
You know, and so I thought about that, and I was like, you know, that's something that I want to try. I'm not going to be so hard on myself on that kind of thing, because I know that like if I say, well, from now on I'm gonna try to lose 10 pounds within like 2 months or something, and then like 2 months later you guys see me and I look the same. You know, like I'm trying not to be so hard on myself this time around.
You're gonna pace yourself.
Yes.
Go at your own pace and not feel like you're in a rush.
Yeah, and like if I didn't do it today, like if I didn't work out today, then I'm not going to bash myself on it, kind of thing. And so, yeah, I thought about it, and I was just like, I think that's just something that's like the next move for me, is to physically get myself back together, because I feel like I've lost myself for so long. Like ever since college, I've lost myself for so long that now I'm kind of like, I kind of want to find her again. You know, like how I kind of told you guys, where like I want to be the blonde tan Melissa again. You know?
Yes.
And so I think now I'm just trying to get to that point again, because I miss her, kind of thing. So yeah, and so just learning that, thinking about it, you know, food isn't love, kind of thing. And I don't know if a lot of girls, you guys think of it that way, but sometimes I think of it that way, that like
it's the only thing
it
that comforts
me.
you.
Yeah. You know? And so
Serena. Sorry.
yeah, for real, Serena from Sailor Moon. You know, because I love food, you know, but it gets to the point where, you know, it comforts me. Even though I'm not hungry, it's just I'm eating because I'm bored. I'm eating because it gives me comfort, kind of thing. I do a lot of treat yourself, you know, and this is where it's gotten. This, this, like the walrus hitting its stomach. This.
You mean the sea lion?
Or the sea lion. Yeah.
I was like, walrus.
Sorry, one of those.
Same thing.
Yeah. You know, and then like just going up the stairs, like recently, like because my office is on the second floor, and so it's just easier to take the stairs because the elevator is like on the other side of like the building. And so I'm like, I'm just gonna take the stairs. And like every time I go up the stairs, like the bathroom is like 10 feet in front of me, and so every time I go up the stairs, I automatically look at the bathroom. And sometimes some girls that I work with will come out of the bathroom and they'll come talk to me, and I'm like like trying to like not breathe so hard because they're asking me a question. And then it gets to the point where I'm like, I just took up the stairs, can you like wait for a second? And so they're literally standing there like waiting for me to catch my breath.
Oh.
And I'm like, oh, okay, go again, say it again. What do you need? Kind of thing. And so yeah, I just figured like, dang, I'm like really struggling just to go up a flight of stairs. And so I'm like, let's try to reframe it. As I said in my last episode, you know, reframe it and try to come at it at a different angle. And so I think mentally I'm ready for that physical change, if that makes sense. So
I mean, you got your stairs at work and you have your stairs here at home. I mean, doing that daily should help with your workout and losing a little bit of at least water weight or something for you.
because again, I just don't want to go like too hard at it, because I know some people are like, oh, go do this, go lift weights. Lifting weights is so much easier. Go do this, go do that. Drink this, get some protein. No. Like the not the protein, the pre-workout shit. You know,
Rod says that that's only good for those who need it for pre-workout, because though you can, so many things can go wrong with pre-workout.
yeah. And
Yeah.
so that's why I'm like, I kind of just want to like ease into it.
Yeah.
Like, I appreciate like all like the tips and tricks that I've like seen people like tell me, but I'm like, I just kind of want to ease into it and just kind of start with just walking. You know, and just getting steps in throughout the day, and then maybe eating a little lighter than normal. You know, and like not really restrict myself, but just have, that's what people say, like what can you add onto your plate, if that makes sense. That's what a lot of people that I've seen online, they're like, okay, so let's say if you got like a burger and fries, what can you add to that? So like maybe you can add like fruits, more fruits to it, or like maybe instead of like the burger bun, put like wrap it in lettuce instead, kind of thing. You know, like just healthier choices.
Yeah.
You know, what can you add to the meal that's healthier, kind of thing. And so I think that's just what I'm focusing on, is more of definitely walking every day, and then kind of just eat smaller portions and just try to add more healthier things to that and see how far that goes. Because I don't want to make it too complicated for me to where I'm like, I'm overwhelmed and I give up. Because I feel like
Right.
that happens to me a lot. I get too overwhelmed and I'm like, I don't want to do it anymore.
Yeah, that
It's too
was
much work.
me.
Yeah.
That's what I was doing in the beginning of the year, because that's, I think in January is when I started to go to the gym with my boyfriend. I think like that was like only once a week, and he didn't really. He just kind of wanted to see what I would do throughout the whole time we were there, and so I would just try out the machines there. And then I think to like maybe March, he was like didn't really see a lot of progress, and I didn't see either. But then I think he really encouraged. It's more of what you're eating. It's your diet of what is the number one thing. Which now I think since April I'm on a calorie deficit thing, so I only can eat a certain amount of calories every day. And so with this, it's a little easier to like maintain what you're eating and keeping track of how much you can eat per day, and plus that, and then he's also like having me not to eat as much processed food either. So he usually has me get like a lot of organic stuff, and then I'm eating just usually now I'm eating only more of just meat, like protein. And so with that, I mean, it's going well for me now since I started doing that the beginning of April.
Yeah.
And then so from like beginning of April to now, I think I lost like 10 pounds already.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Nice,
But then also with that, he's also having me do high intensity workouts too, but on a very, very basic level, to where it's just like, oh, that's all I'm doing? He's like, and then I'm like, yeah. And I'm like, oh, this is not that bad, kind of thing. And so, yeah, every time we're at the gym, he does that. I think he just learned that he realizes that me and him have different kind of goals at the gym. For him, I think right now he's trying to build muscle, while me over here, I'm trying to lose weight. So it's more on the cardio side that he needs to focus on for me. And so every time I'm with him at the gym, we go like twice a week. And so we just do cardio, like straight up cardio stuff. And then when he's on his own, he does his own like weight lifting and stuff. But yeah, with that cardio stuff, I mean, it helps a little better now. But I don't know if it's because he does it with me, or it's just, because I just didn't like being in a different area where everyone can see you at the gym. But he was just like, he would be like, well, everyone's here for their own thing, so you shouldn't really, or having people see you shouldn't be a big problem because they're here for their own thing, kind of thing. So you
Right.
shouldn't be worried about being self-conscious and having people stare at you and stuff. That was just my main anxiety, was having people see me.
And stare at you and
Yeah.
stuff like that. That's understandable. I think that's a lot of people's fear, is just going to the gym for like to work out and stuff, but then like knowing that people are watching you. So it's, yeah, I think that's a lot of what people are scared of.
Yeah, and especially like with nowadays where people do this thing where they like bully online and they'll take like videos of other random people and like make fun of them and like put it on like TikTok or like,
Yeah.
you know, like I think that's like bigger people like us. That's like the reason why we don't go, is because there are people who do that
Yeah.
kind of thing.
Yeah, you people who do that have a special place in hell for that. Because it's kind of like you see them in the gym trying to better themselves, trying to lose weight, and all you can think of is to make fun of them. You know, instead of praising them, like, yeah, you got this and stuff like that. But no, you end up making fun of them instead. You know, it's like, would you rather them not do that? You know,
Yeah.
and be fat and healthy, and then like, you know, have medical issues. I mean, it's like, it's a fellow human. It's like they're trying to be healthy or better themselves. You should be uplifting them, not making fun of them.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't understand people who do that, because it's obviously coming from a place of self-hate. So, you know, keep that to yourself. Don't project it on other people who are actually trying to make a difference within themselves. You know, but I think that's another thing about this, about nowadays, I think it's gotten a little bit better with like the gym atmosphere.
Yeah, there is, because I think now going to the gym, there are a few more bigger people coming into the gym now, but that's because they also have signed up with personal trainers there, so they're all actually getting professional help with their training and everything. That I see, they always have. There's always a personal trainer with someone like there, so that you can see that they're working hard, and they all do everything different too, based off of what they need and how far they can do, or what they can do.
Yeah. And then I know like some of the girls that I follow that are like bigger girls who go to the gym, they're like, that who still has that anxiety, they're like, we go early in the morning, like 4 or 5 in the morning, when there's like nobody there.
When it's
So that
practically
way,
empty.
yeah, so that way we can get our workout in, nobody will look at us, and we just leave.
I
Kinda
mean, yeah,
thing.
if that
And so-
if that's what works for you, yeah.
Yeah. And so y'all know about my trauma
Yes,
with the gym. And so for those who are listening and they don't know, like, I hate people who look at me when I'm working out. Being self-conscious on that, it was because like in elementary school, I hate this. I'm pretty sure she's dead now. I don't care. I want to say it. I'm pretty sure she's dead now, but she was just
morbid.
really mean.
Yeah.
She was not a nice person. She was just a really, really mean old PE teacher.
Did you say she was a retired military?
I don't know.
I don't know, but
Oh.
she was just fucking mean. She was rude. And so we had a really old gym teacher in elementary school, and like we had to do like a pull-up test, you know, in elementary. And I forgot what had happened, but it got to the point where like when you did the pull-up test, I don't remember if you did it in front of everybody or if like, I don't know how it got to the point, but basically you would have to go to the pull-up bar and do how many pull-ups, whatever, and then she would like write it down, you know? But for some reason for me, I forgot how it got to this point, but for me, like she had the entire class watch me do it.
They didn't watch any others?
No. And so that's why I'm like, I don't know what it was for me that was different, because I remember like we would be sitting down in our designated spots on the gym floor, and then she'll call like 2 people, every person, and then she'll take them back to the pull-up bar, which was behind us, and they'll do the pull-up bar, right? So nobody really got to watch, or at least for me, I didn't watch, kind of thing. And then for some reason, for my turn, I don't know, like if maybe it was that testing was going on for a few days or something, and maybe the day that I was supposed to go, maybe I was gone. Which in my head, I'm like, there's no way I could be gone because we never miss school.
Yeah.
But for my part, she made everybody watch me. And me being, because I already knew, having anxiety, that I already knew I can't do a pull-up already. But for some reason, she made everybody watch me do it. Like, she made everybody come to the pull-up bar and sit down on the floor. And I'm sitting there on the chair because I'm short, because I can't reach the bar. So I'm sitting on the chair, and she's like, okay, go. And I'm just kind of like, the fuck? And so, like, I think I got on, and, like, I tried so hard to, like, pull myself up, but I couldn't do it. And then she was like, are you not going to do it? And I'm like, no, I can't do it. And she's like, okay, then you're going to get a 0. And so she gave me a 0.
Yeah.
And so I think ever since then, I'm kind of like, don't look at me. Don't look at me. Just don't look at me when I'm like working out and stuff. And so I think that's a lot of the reasons why I've gotten to this point with my body, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah. So, yeah, it was just a big thing. And so, yeah, that's where I'm at right now. So now mentally, I kind of just want to be like, you know what? Fuck it. If I look stupid, then I look stupid. It's kind of like that one girl when we were making charm bracelets, and I told Molly, don't look at me, don't judge me. Because I was struggling making charm bracelets, and then that girl was all like, I think she said something like, you know, it's all in your head, right? Like, the only person who's judging you is you. Kind of thing. I think that's what she said. She's like, yeah, other people would maybe like look at you in a weird way, but like honestly, it's all you. It's all in your head.
Oh.
For that, you know. And she's like, if you make the mistake, then you make the mistake. It's okay, kind of thing. And I was like, oh, that's super sweet to think about it like that. So I think now I'm just kind of like, you know what, fuck it. If I'm doing it wrong, I'm doing it wrong.
This is when you're like, screw you, Miss Dwyer. Yeah. It's like, how dare you fucking do that to me when I was only like freaking, 10 years old.
Yeah.
Because it's kind of like, seriously.
Oh my God, I'm sorry. Now I'm crying. Damn it!
Yeah.
I told myself I would not cry.
I should have put money on it.
No, but seriously though, it's like, why would you put a child through that? It's so messed up.
Are you coming on to me?
I don't know. All I know is that when she came to substitute and I looked at her, I was like, and she was like judging all the kids. And I'm like, sis, why am I just sitting on the stage?
I was like, for somebody who's a PE teacher, you're way out of shape for somebody who's a PE teacher.
Yeah.
I don't know. Usually people like that are really hurt and hate themselves. So, but it sounds like before you, whoa, the table just shook.
Oh, it was me.
Oh.
My legs on the table. Sorry.
I was like, are we experiencing an earthquake? Oh, dang. That maybe while you're still like on this journey, have you written a letter to her yet?
Hell to the no.
No?
No. Mm-mm.
Either like write a letter to her or yourself at that age, because like it seems like it's still a really big scar. And the relationship that until you come to terms with your relationship with your like physical body, I think that's gonna be something that will always hang over your head until you like find a way to address it, and like say like, okay, I'm gonna address it like this, and then I'll move on, because like it's still something that seems like it really hurts you.
And all the reason for it to hurt, because like I said, it's like little girls in this world have it really hard already, and then to have basically a woman, you know, a teacher, put you on the spot like that and basically, you know, ridicule you and embarrass you in front of your peers. It's just kind of like, it's no wonder it's stuck with you all these years, you know? Because, yeah, us girls, we have it hard already having to stick to a certain expectation and the way we look and whatever else. So being little like that and being treated that way is just, it's not a way that you should be been treated at that age, you know, especially when you already know yourself that you're chubby and that you don't look the same as every other little girl who's like thin or is a cheerleader or a dancer or whatever. So, you know, it's like I understand that too, because I was always little and on the chubbier side too throughout elementary. You know, it's like we never looked like the other Asian girls.
No, we were on the thicker side.
Yeah, we were always on the thick side. You know, and it was just unfortunate that you had to experience something like that. So it's just wrong, you know, and I'm angry at her for you because it's kind of like, what the fuck, man?
Yeah.
I mean, when we did it, the pull-up thing, we didn't sit in our designated spot. We just had it light up on the wall. I mean, if anyone wanted to watch them do it, then they'll just watch them do it. But majority of the time, we'll just sit there and chat with each other on the ball. And then when it was our turn, we'll just go up there and do it.
Well, either way, Liz, I would happily join you so that way we can have accountability. And then also I can, like, molt off my old skin, too.
Yeah.
Just do that. And then, like, be serious about it. Because the thing that a lot of people who are big like us and, like, they lost weight, they said that what really worked is changing their lifestyle.
Yeah.
So...
Yeah, and that's something that, like, again, I thought about too, and I was like, oh, Melissa, honestly, because I was talking with this with Mai the other day. I was like, honestly, I think I am a morning person, but I think I'm just so filled with stress and anxiety that, like, I just can't sleep. And then, therefore, I just stay up all night kind of thing. And so I'm just like... Because I really love mornings. I really love, like, early in the morning when, like, the sun is just coming up and, like, the world is still kind of quiet kind of thing. Like, I love that crap, you know? And so me and Mai was all like, yeah, I think you're just so stuck in fight or flight mode that you just don't sleep.
Have you tried, like, because I also, like, worry a lot, too. Have you ever tried, like, writing down all that you're worried about on the piece of paper and then going to sleep?
Recently, I've started to do that. Like, throughout the whole, let's say here, like, the past 2 years with my old job and all that stuff was starting to bubble up. No, I did not do that.
Yeah.
But now, recently, ever since I left that job till now, so beginning of this year, yeah, I've been kind of doing that.
Does that kind of help?
Yeah, it helps. And, like, sometimes, like, just finding time to finally, like, wind down and, like, put on my tea and, you know, sit down and actually, like, write things out and then, like, plan for the next day kind of thing. Like, yeah, that helps me sleep. And I think now recently too, I bought a sleep mask, so that way it's putting pressure on, because when I'm don't laugh, but when I'm trying to sleep and I'm, like, trying to force myself to sleep, I'm squinting my face like while I'm closing my eyes, and so that's why I'm getting, like, the 11 mark on my face, because I'm forcing myself to sleep. And so finally I bought, like, a weighted eye mask. And, like, it's one where there's, like, a curve in the middle for, like, girls who have, like, eyelash extensions kind of thing. And so it hits, it hits right on that area for me. And so when I have that on, I knock out.
That's good.
Within, like, 10 minutes. And, like, sometimes I'll wake up and, like, feel refreshed, and I'm like, what the hell, what time is it? And then it's like 6 in the morning, and I'm like, oh, maybe it's just, again, I needed assistance to help me like finally wind
I think-
down.
Isn't there
and
like a
let
pressure
go.
point? Like
I'm
right
sure,
up
yeah,
here?
that pressure helped with
Yeah.
settle your
The third eye.
anxiety.
Yeah, there's a. I think there's like a pressure point over here that's supposed to relieve some stuff.
DBZ.
Yeah. And so yeah, I started to figure out like what can help me like sleep and stuff, and so that has been helping me sleep on top of me leaving that toxic job.
Mm-hmm.
And so now that I've kind of gotten where I'm at now, I'm kind of like, I kind of want to keep going and think about my physical being, because my lower back, oh my God, it just hurts.
Mm-hmm.
And so yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to, again, change my lifestyle. I'm trying to be one of those girlies who get up a little earlier in the morning, to kind of just not scrounge around, because I'm starting to kind of go back into it. I used to get up in the morning 15 minutes before I leave. So let's say if I start my job at 8 and I have to leave the house by 7:30, I'm not getting out of bed till 7:15. And I'm just rushing and grabbing shit and leaving. And so now I'm kind of like, I want to kind of ease my way into the day, if that makes sense.
It does.
So I don't know. It's a lot of changes that I've been thinking and that I want to incorporate in. Again, don't keep me accountable. Who knows? Maybe I'm not going to do it every day or whatever, but I just want to keep trying at it, kind of thing. Every day is a new day. So,
Hey, that's all we can
yeah.
ask of you.
Yeah.
It's just at least try.
Like, I want to be your accountability partner too, so we can
Yeah.
kind of like lay down rules. Like, we don't check in and ask like, did you do it? But maybe we could do it where like, I did it today. Like, with each other.
Yeah, like I'm trying to like write in my journal every day to kind of get into the feel of that. I've been trying to like, again, like with this new job, I kind of been feeling embarrassed with this new job again, because my previous job was basically a managerial position, and I fell back down on the ladder, I guess people can say, and I'm now like back at an entry level job, and I just been feeling so embarrassed by that. And so I'm just trying to get back into everything. So it's just it's just a big journey for me right now.
You feel like you went from like a boss lady to kind of like a little minion
Yeah.
type of thing, even though you have the boss lady potential type thing, but that's just kind of where you are right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kinda
So you feel small.
Maybe it's because the universe has been trying to tell you that it's now time for you to slow down, because
Take
you've
a
been
break.
hustling this whole time.
Yeah.
If you think about it, you know how you were explaining how you get up at 7:15 and you rush, and then you leave at 7:30? I feel like knowing you, I think you've been doing that ever since you learned how to drive. Like it's always like you're on to the next thing, and it's not like on purpose, but I think it's just like when we're younger, we like want to reach certain milestones a lot, and like all of a sudden we get to our like adult big age like we are now, and then we realize like, whoa, we never really took the time and just enjoyed things or just savored it. And now that we've lived life a little bit longer, that we understand how important that is. That's what I'm saying, because I did the same thing. That's what I was saying.
I would say so. I want to say maybe like, senior year, when I had like I guess a lot of freedom. Yeah, because I think I've noticed I would do that with senior year too, where like, I hate to say it, but like now, like back in the day, senior year used to be like the year, but like now that they've incorporated like concurrent enrollment with college, and you get to go off campus to go to class, like college class and stuff like that, you're kind of, at least for me, from my senior year, I was just kind of like,
Kind of on your own.
yeah, can we finish
Solo.
this year already? Like, there's no point in me coming back to this high school anymore. Just give me my diploma and I'm out.
Yeah.
kind of thing, because I was already doing so much, going to tech, going to concurrent classes for college, and then having to come back to the high school for like 3 hours to do like 3 classes,
Yeah.
you know. And it's kind of like, it was just at that point for my senior year, I was kind of over it, kind of thing. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes sense. Because
Yeah.
you're kind of like sort of adulting already while you're in high school.
Yeah.
So you're just kind of like, okay, I'm done being a kid. I'm ready to go like be an adult and do whatever else that's more freeing than having to be stuck at school, high school type of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which kind of like it's like a good and a bad thing. It's like it's good because it preps the kids for like the real world and whatnot, but it kind of forces them to grow up a little bit too fast to where they can't enjoy
Senior year. Yeah.
Because hell, I enjoyed my senior year, even though half of the day I was at tech, but I enjoyed my tech classes as if I was in high school. So
Yeah.
because it was filled with high school kids.
Because, like, for me,
So-
I was only at the high school, like, my senior year, I was only at the high school for orchestra, like, which was, like, I think in the morning. And I think there was one class that I had to be in. I think it was, like, no, actually, no. I think it was just orchestra. It was just orchestra in the morning because it was my elective. And then I had Comp 1, which was a college class. And then I had college psychology, which was the other class. And then in the afternoon, I went off to tech. And so it was just like, why am I here?
In high school.
In
Yeah.
high school kind of thing. And so, yeah, I don't know. But I'm just trying to get my groove on and trying to make better decisions and trying not to bleed my old self onto this new job, this new opportunity with these new people. And so I don't know, I'm just trying to give myself grace and like a second chance, basically, to kind of do things over with. And again, I think this time I need to start with my physical being this time instead of mentally, because I feel like, I'm not saying like I have it down, but I've worked on that part for a while now. Now it's just my physical being, if that makes sense.
I don't know about you, but you know, like when I'm attempting to like eat healthy, there are times where I notice I really don't eat that much. And I've noticed recently, like, if I portion control certain things and I have a more balanced meal, like I have my main protein and then I have like a little bit of carbs and vegetables, I'm like, oh, I don't even eat that much. I eat like a cute girly girl. So
like, yeah, I know, like when me and Mai were talking, I was like, I think with me it's breakfast. Like, the reason why I'm so angry at the world is because I didn't have breakfast. You know, so I think like having a protein packed breakfast, like, remember the cookbook that I purchased from one of the workout girls, because a lot of her recipes are really normal recipes, but they're very protein packed kind of thing. And so there was like this I think she called it like the McGriddle breakfast, and basically it's a McGriddle all in one kind of thing. So it's like protein pancake, turkey sausage, like a teaspoon of bacon, I think like egg whites, and like I think like a little bit of cheese.
Yeah, that's all protein.
Yeah, and so that has like a lot of protein in it. And so when I eat that every morning, like sometimes during the afternoon, I'm not even hungry for lunch. Kind of thing. And so that's what I've been trying to like focus more on, is like protein packed stuff. And so, but kind of like what you said, if I eat the breakfast, then a lot of the times I'm not snacking, or I'm not trying to find empty calories, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. Because I was like, I want to try meal prep, but I think that's a little too much for me right now. I think I'm just trying to focus on just having a good breakfast, and then
you can still do the meal prep for the breakfast.
yeah, so that's what I was gonna do for breakfast, is meal prep instead of meal prepping everything, because I feel like that's gonna be too much.
Don't do that to yourself.
Yeah, and just choose better options, kind of thing.
Yeah, I need to do that too.
Yeah.
But like me, since I'm only doing like a sort of keto carnivore diet kind of thing, because I usually don't want to eat. I try to avoid eating carbs at least majority of the time,
Yeah.
because that makes me bloat.
Yeah,
that
I
I've
think that's
noticed,
another thing I was going to try too. Like, if I do eat rice, then I was going to try to substitute it with the cauliflower rice.
Yeah, because
Because honestly, I mean, you can tell it's cauliflower, but like the feeling and the texture, it tricks your brain and you think it's rice.
yeah,
And so, yeah.
yeah. So I try not to eat like rice and stuff, but like potatoes is fine because it's a natural carb.
I personally,
Yeah.
I'm gonna do a little differently. I love my rice.
Me too, yeah.
So I'm just gonna do it where you cook it and then you freeze it right away because the
Yeah.
starch
yes.
is
I-
lower.
Mm-hmm,
So I'm gonna do that. And I've seen some girls where they mix in other grains in their rice, and I'm like, oh, that's smart.
Yeah.
I might do that.
Yeah, because I can live off without rice. I'm fine without rice. So yeah, but for me, yeah, I usually just meal prep. Like I usually marinate the meat. So depending on the week, I'll have a 1 week for like chicken, and then a week for beef. I'll bounce back and forth. But it's a little harder because chicken. I can't do chicken breast. Chicken breast is too dry. It's too dry.
So what do you do then?
I do chicken thighs because those are easier.
Oh, but they do have a lot of fat in it.
Yeah, well, fat I'm okay with because it's just not too much fat as long as I get my protein intake for the day, and then I still have enough calories for the day. Because for me, breakfast, I would say brunch, is probably where I have majority of all my calories and all my protein intake for the day, and then I usually don't eat until dinner, which my dinners are usually light because I already ate majority of my what I need for the day in the morning, and then I'll just snack through the day if I with my low calorie snacks and everything that I have.
That will overwhelm me, and I will start
Yeah.
overeating.
Well, lately,
I can't do that.
usually because since I eat so much in the morning, like I can survive with till like maybe 2 or 3 o'clock, and that's when like my stomach would like kind of tell me it's time to eat, kind of thing. But usually, my work zone, I kind of ignore it, or if I have enough time, I'll come back and like eat pickles because that has like 0 calories, so I can eat as much as I want with that. Or like fruits, I'll try not to eat like any like chips or anything usually around that time. But like all the processed food, like the chips and cookies and stuff, that I usually don't eat those till like at night if I want something. But yeah, that's how I do it. Because before, when I started losing weight, I think that one spring I lost some weight. But that's because I was working out really like every day. But then I also was basically like kind of I wouldn't say starving, but I ate very little every day. But I still ate like at least 3 times a day. But it was like very little.
Yeah.
So, but that was the only difference between then and now, where I eat. To me, I feel like I eat a lot, but honestly, it's probably how much you're actually supposed to eat a day. Yeah, because compared like to my boyfriend, where he only eats 1 meal a day, and like maybe like 1 snack.
Jeebus.
Yeah, so he'll eat, because I think his calorie deficit, I think his is like around 2,000 calories a day. And so he'll eat all that in one
sitting.
And I'm just like, God dang. See, I can't eat that much in one sitting. Because he'll eat like his main protein and everything, and then after that he'll have Greek yogurt with fruits, like right after that. And then I just see him chow all that down. I'm just like, yeah, see, I can't do that.
Hey, as long as he gets the correct amount of calories in one day.
Yeah, because he also does that. What is it? It's like if you don't eat a certain amount of hours, he's like fasting. So like
fasting.
that's what he does in the morning. That's what he doesn't eat.
breakfast.
breakfast or lunch. So because around, I think it's like the 8 hour mark. Yeah, between those 8 hours, he does not eat. So it takes in all the fat in his body first.
Yeah, that's what I do. I haven't eaten breakfast, like actual breakfast, in like so long. It's just because every time I eat breakfast, it turns my stomach like really bad. So I just skip breakfast and do the whole intermittent thing. Although the food choices I make are not always great, but I don't. Yeah, I don't eat breakfast.
Yeah, that's what I was telling you when she was starting to eat in the morning, and she was asking me about like eggs and stuff. It's so and butter. That's what I was asking. I was like, well, how much eggs and butter do you need? Because I eat a lot of eggs in the morning, and I use butter every day. That's why I was making sure that I had everything and I had enough for everything. Because I go through 2 cartons of 18 pack eggs in 2 weeks.
Oh, it's just 1 egg.
Yeah, because I usually eat 6 eggs in the morning every day.
Damn. Wait.
Yes. Usually.
6 eggs per morning?
Yes. Because that's majority of my protein in the morning.
You boil it?
No, I fry it. I scramble them.
Oh.
I eat that, and then sometimes I'll add like a protein, like either a piece of chicken or something, and then I'll have the protein milk in the morning. And so majority of my calories is in the morning. That's why I was like making sure, because I was like I had everything calculated.
Dang, you need those big box of eggs.
And them get like those big
The 24,
48 packs.
cartons. Yeah, cause
That's what we do, but then that's because I have boys.
Yeah, because that's what I do. But then I've learned to like, I guess, lower my egg intake so I can have a little more at night. Because sometimes if I eat too much in the morning, depending on what I'm eating, I won't have enough calories to eat for later in the day.
Yeah.
Which Rod was telling me, he's like, yeah, you're gonna have to play with your foods to realize how much each of your foods have, how much calories they have and how much it takes away.
Isn't it like 60 calories an egg or something like that?
Something like that. But he's like, because he was telling me, he's like, I wanted you to try the egg whites carton where it's just egg whites, because on the egg the yolk is
The fattest part.
And then it's just usually the whites that you want for your protein. But we never were able to find
the egg white cartons.
Yes, the egg white carton, because they're always out.
Costco.
Yeah,
Time to go to Costco.
because he's like, your best shot to get your proteins majority of the time is probably your eggs, since
we love eggs.
yeah. And I'm like, honestly, I didn't really eat a lot of eggs, just because it's just time consuming to make in the morning. But now with me, I cook it every morning. But so it ranges from like 3 to 6 depending of how much meat I have, because sometimes I'll add some meat into my breakfast. But I'll try to at least have a protein shake every day in the mornings.
Cool.
But yeah.
Yeah. So.
I'm getting hungry.
Yeah, so that's just something I've been struggling with, and something that I've been wanting to dive into. I think, again, mentally, I'm finally there. And mentally, it's kind of like, you know the saying, like when you're trying to potty train your child, and if your child hides behind stuff to poop, they know that they need to go to the toilet at that point. If they know that they're going to poop and they go run and hide. It's kind of like me. My brain and stuff knows, like, Melissa, you need to go now. Like, you need to go walk. You need to do this. It's kind of like the same thing. I think I've gotten to that point to where I'm doing that to myself. Like, Melissa, do you really need that? Like, Melissa, do you really need to eat that much? Or, things like that.
Yeah.
My brain's already doing that to me. And so I think, again, now that I'm in a better mental spot, I think I'm just going to dive into it and just do it. So.
Yeah, I know when Rod was telling me, he said him working out kind of really did help mentally
Yeah.
So maybe that you starting to do that stuff will probably help.
Will
Yeah.
help add to your growth.
Yeah.
Yeah. So. Yeah, and kind of just stop prioritizing things that don't really serve me. I mean, it gives me joy, but it's not really serving me. Like, for instance, video gaming. I love video gaming, but
Mhm.
it's just one of those things where I could be doing other things a little bit.
Like at least let you prioritize yourself first, and then if you have time, then you'll go and do that.
yeah,
Yeah,
like
I understand.
Yeah, like most of you were wanting to do a song and you haven't done anything yet because you're choosing to game. You know, and
Right.
it gives you that
Quarter
instant-
one of the year is almost done.
Yeah, because it gives you like that instant gratification, like when you're freaking pissed and you go and shank people and kill zombies on COD. It gives you that instant gratification kind of thing. And so I think, yeah, I'm just trying to reprioritize things now that I'm in a better state.
And
So,
go for the dopamine hits that aren't instant like that.
yeah, kind of thing.
Like
So.
my boyfriend tells me, "You think I like going to the gym? I hate going to the gym, but it's just a thing that it keeps me going through the day.
That
you know?
I need to go do. I need
Like,
to
Yeah.
Like it makes you say, I finally finished the gym for the day, kind of thing. Like something you hate, you finally got to do it, you got over it
done.
for the day.
Yeah, so I think that's why I'm thinking about maybe going to the gym in the morning, or at least go walking in the morning, and then get it done and out of the way. Because once I get home, I'm like, once that bra comes off, it's done. Like,
I'm not
The
leaving.
bra comes
Yeah.
off, the pants come off.
Yeah, and the jeans come off. Yeah, it's done. I'm done.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of thing. And so, yeah, I have to reprioritize stuff and start sleeping earlier and getting up earlier to go and do what I need to do to make me feel better and conquer the world, kind of thing.
I've noticed that too since my lifestyle kind of changed a little bit, and so like I'll sleep early on certain days, and then I've noticed like on the weekends I'll be up like hella early because of the way my lifestyle changed, and like the way I eat, it kind of wakes you up earlier in the day.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, I wake up and it's like 7 or 8, and I'm just like, ugh. And then my body is like telling me, isn't this the time you eat breakfast? You need to eat breakfast. And
I'm hungry.
I know, and I'm just like,
Yeah.
but nope. This morning I didn't feel that. This morning I was tired from the night before.
Oh.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's what I'm gonna be focusing on. I'm pretty sure if you guys wanna, I don't know, jump in, but you can jump in too. Again, I'm not searching for perfection. I'm just taking it as the day goes, kind of thing. So, yeah, wish me luck, and
Good luck.
we're just gonna jump into it. So, but yeah, so that's the end of my episode. Thank you guys so much for tuning in and listening, and be kind to one another, and hope you guys have a good rest of your guys' day. We will see you guys in the next episode. Bye. Hi guys. You might want to stick around for next week's episode. We have a special announcement for our 100th episode. Okay, bye.